Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday Night Action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from Doris Burke on the sideline coming up. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And guys, what do you think we're going to be looking for in this one from Bennett?
You know, with Bennett out of UNLV, you love his great hands for a big guy. Can really catch and finish at the rim. You start talking about his strength, his ability to absorb contact. I like his game.
Steve, the point you make about the hands is really a good one. Great hands are not teachable. Good hands become better. Average hands can maybe move to good, but great hands are a gift. And when you got his size and athleticism and those mitts, you've got a lot to work with.
Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
They look very stable, pretty much from the get-go, guys. A solid output, solid effort. And, you know, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game, but they were pretty solid there.
I was very impressed with the balance they displayed, guys. Different people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play. Everything was working for them to get that victory.
And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Now you look at Irving and how much success he's had early in his NBA career. I think the only thing standing between him and true stardom right now is health. He's just had a lot of nagging injuries. He would love to put together an injury-free season.
And for Kyrie Irving, his first All-Star appearance last season, and just Clark his second year.
Well, you look at his age and what he's doing. Really a skilled scorer and playmaker already with size and athleticism. I like his savvy too, Kevin. He's very slick in how he gets around the basketball court. This kid has a chance to perhaps be an MVP caliber player in a few more years.
Easy call there.
No question about that. You can hear the impact from where I am.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Got pretty good numbers this season at the line for this club, right around 78% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Now, here is Irving. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. And caught the bucket. And that reminds me, did you guys see him in the last press conference?
With him, it's always team in his answer. He's always about the team, and he never lets himself get dragged into a conversation about himself for very long at all, guys.
And, you know, reporters may not like it because he's not going to give you the most exciting sound bites over and over again, but you know what? Those comments do send a clear message to the rest of the organization that he's on board with what they're doing.
Hibbert kicks to George. Granger, 5 to shoot. Back to George. Stolen by Raiders. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just a tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
And so here is Indiana following the score by Cleveland. Shot clock at 6. And it's Hibbert missing.
Man, excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Now, here is Irving, averaging 18 points a game. Ryan the pass to Irving. And that one comes up a bit short. Varejao can't hit. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans.
Their defense got absolutely destroyed in that game, guys. They weren't closing out on the perimeter shooters. They were allowing people to get into the paint and score from point-blank range. Just an overall abysmal effort.
Yeah, something was missing, no doubt about that. They let an opponent shoot a really high percentage, and that's got to be a concern going forward.
Now Irving. Paul George missing from long range. That's good.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open.
Pacers trail by 8. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Mark Brown. What's the news there, Doris?
They'll be up against one of the true giants of the league in Roy Hibbert, and he talked about how impressed he is with Hibbert's dedication to improving his game, saying he's gotten better year after year, and now is one of the guys you have to account for really at both ends of the floor. Defensively, you've got to get low and try to root him out of the paint, and then on offense, we'll probably look to put him in pick and rolls to test his mobility. Seems like a smart strategy, guys. We'll see how they do.
And thank you for that, Doris.
They had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Irving dishes to Bennett. And the pass to Ryan. He feeds it to Bennett. This one for three, and it's good.
And you know, you talk about Frank Vogel, guys, and the Pacers. It seemed he won over his roster from the moment he took over. He placed a lot of confidence and trust in his players, and most importantly, brought a breath of positivity and positive energy to that locker room and to that team.
Granger misses. For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Irving passes to Ryan. Yes, it's Irving picking up the assist. 8 points for James.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And back to Vogel, he really helped instill the identity of this Pacers team of toughness and defense, and Steve, that willingness to battle.
Yeah, it's a perfect fit with their personnel. The way he motivates this team to defend and play with that edge. And I just love this group, the Pacers team, the talent, along with Frank Vogel. Just a really nice fit.
Now, here is George. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Hibbert. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Hibbert's got his first points of the game.
Now, you got to love the footwork. How about that turnaround?
And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-6 run. Verjao setting the pick for Irving. Irving gets a screen from Bennett. Irving kicks to Waiters. Back to Irving. Lays it up and takes it in. Irving's got 7 points.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Now here's Granger. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Outside, Scola. From beyond the arc. The shot misses. And Cleveland will come the other way. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
You know, that last game I thought was an evenly played game, but the difference was the big discrepancy in the free throw percentage in their favor. That's what helped them win.
George with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up. Here's Scola. Up and in on the layup. Scola's got his first 2 points of the night.
Good job creating an easy bucket there.
Outside Irving. He kicks it to Waiters. He passes to Ryan. Feeds to Bennett. The shot no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Calderon dishes to George. Granger outside. George. Fade away. And again, it's Indiana converting. Well, Clark, it doesn't do any good to get to the line if you're only going to hit one of the 2 free throws.
You're exactly right, Kevin. You don't want the hack-a-shack strategy to be a way for a team to beat you. You want it to be a last resort strategy.
And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Hibbert, the pass to Calderon. Scola, a screen on Irving. Calderon kicks to Hibbert. In low to Scola. Indiana moving it around. George fires. That doesn't go either for George.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to not make.
And Granger with the block. Calderon with it. Guarded now by Irving. And Jay gets the whistle that time. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Ryan, he's in at 3. Jarrett Jack is out there with Dion Waiters. Then it's Alonzo G. And it's Bennett at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. With the break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. Well, you look at Jay, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Kevin, you know, the season is 82 games long, and anything can happen. But I tell you what, if he keeps going like this, the rest of the season is going to look very good for his ball club.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Ian Mahoney. Here's Waiters. He's tightly guarded. He dishes it to G. Passes it to Ryan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Verjao. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
Well, this guy's an animal on the glass, Kevin. I mean, there may be some bigger and stronger rebounds in the NBA, but nobody plays with this kind of energy and zeal.
And Steve, quite honestly, he is their muscle. I mean, the guy they rely on for some brute force when they need it is him. Finesse isn't the first word that comes to mind when you're talking about this guy.
Now, here's Calderon. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans.
And Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. I mean, to see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold.
Well, you look at Paul George, my man, PG 24, the young swingman out of Fresno State. Boy, he had a terrific year last season, was the most improved player last season, and a first-time NBA All-Star. Consider how young he is. Just turned 23. And he's got the potential to make plenty more All-Star games. And I think he could ultimately be a Defensive Player of the Year at some time in his career.
Here's Johnson. After the made shot from Verjao. Knocked away. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the mid-season surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Taking a look at Cleveland. And not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Indiana. They have a lot of ground to make up.
Well, for Indiana, they've tried to get their season turned around, and nothing has clicked so far.
Isn't it funny, Clark? I mean, sometimes the chemistry just doesn't work for a team. And even though the talent looks like it's there to have a good team, it just doesn't work. And for this club, that's exactly what's happened.
Here's Waiters following the score by Indiana. G, soft touch off the glass. G's got his first basket of the night. And for Paul George, the 10th pick back in 2010, what a terrific find for the Pacers.
Well, he was already a good player, but I think the injury to Danny Granger last season created the opportunity for George to really emerge as an all-star. And that's exactly what he did. Dangerous inside and out, excellent defensive player, has a chance to be really special.
And a slam dunk by Johnson.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back, straight to the rack.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, let's take a look now at some numbers for Anderson Verjao. He's been a standout for them the past few weeks. The numbers show it, 13th in rebounding. And there aren't too many guys more efficient offensively around the league. He's in the top 15 in field goal percentage.
And, you know, just to touch on that rebounding average again, Steve, I mean, he's a gritty player in the paint. Sandpaper-like. I mean, just makes it tough on other people. There's not much more than you can ask of him in that area.
Now, here is George. Right now averaging 15 points a game. Calderon for 3. That is good. Calderon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Jack kicks to Zeller. Pass to Ryan. And there's the feed to Waiters. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Pacers trail by 10. Timeout call for Pacers. And Stevenson's checked in for Orlando Johnson. And so here is Indiana. And here's Stevenson. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Kicks it to Calderon. Clock at 6. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. They'll go to the line.
Jose Calderon out of Spain is a terrific playmaker and shooter. He's not a guy who's going to put up big numbers, but you give him the keys to your offense, and he's going to make a lot of good things happen for you.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Bennett's checked in.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Waiters. He's guarded by Stevenson. That's good. And going back to Calderon, as good as he is offensively, Steve, You have to manage his matchups defensively.
Yeah, especially in today's NBA, quickness can be so deadly, and I think it's true. Calderon sometimes is at the mercy of those faster point guards in the league, but he can really play. He does an awful lot of good things out on the floor.
Here's George after Jarrett Jacks scored. Tries it from 19. The shot by George, no good.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, Jay in that last game against the Nets got down to business. He ended with 41 points and was just filling up the stat sheet every way he could, coming away from the contest with a 5-5-5. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Bennett setting the pick for Irving. The dish to Miles. Rebounded by Mahinmi.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
Watson with it. Now Jack defending. Cavaliers with the rebound. Jack's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Buying the pass to Irving. Here is Watson, defended by Bennett. Watson with it. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Blocked. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's kidding. Now here's Hibbert. He's coming off a 10-point game against New Orleans.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, guys. He made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
Watson gets a screen from Hibbert. 6 to shoot. Dishes it to Copeland. Wide open. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Copeland's got his first points of the night. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Watson. Now the pass to Ryan. He's guarded by Stevenson. That is good. 14 points for James.
They're really doing a good job of getting into the teeth of that defense here.
Yeah, they're having their way in the paint right now, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming inside the lane.
Now here's Stevenson. Granger dishes to Watson. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Orlando Johnson comes in for C.J. Watson. 6 on the shot clock. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around, but they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, the passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, on a flow offensively. I like what I see.
Now, here is Irving. He has 7. He feeds it to Miles. We've been moving it around. Varejao setting the pick for Irving. And another 3 for Cleveland.
The screenplay worked ideally there. And I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in the movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Hill. Stolen. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Johnson kicks to Hibbert. Outside Hill. Up top Stevenson. Pass to Granger. Launches it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Bergeau's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Bergeau's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Johnson kicks to Hibbert. Back to Johnson. Granger outside on the wing. Johnson. Granger outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. And here is Irving. 12 points for him. Here's Ryan. Another 3 for Cleveland.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both of them.
It took them no time to answer back on that possession.
So as we conclude the first half,
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
From the
Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. An exceptional performance from Ryan.
And all of a sudden tonight, he's become their big assist man. His passing was the key to their offense in that first half. Not something you always see.
And that's not a role he usually plays, and one I'm not sure he's comfortable in, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and to his credit, he's done it.
On the court right now for the Pacers. George and Granger on the perimeter. Hibbert is out there with Stewart. And it's Calderon in at the point guard position. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to look at some of the players that are contributing in areas you might not expect. The top rebounding shooting guards of the past month. Well, you look at Jay, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Paul George.
You know, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. Typically, as a 2-guard, you're going to be on the perimeter a lot more often than you will be inside.
Yeah, but for all of these guys, you can point to their quickness as well as their superb instincts as to why they wound up on the list. I mean, you got to have that nose for the basketball.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Irving passes to Bennett. Jay with the lead pass. The offensive rebound. Bergeau off on the layup.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
George with the ball. Now defended by Bergeau. Granger for the 3. Granger can't get that one to fall. Cavaliers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And that's now 19 points for Jay.
The thing you notice right off the bat from his statistics, just his 3-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number. It's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And, Steve, it's also really remarkable what a solid shooter he is, even in the presence of tough, sticky defense. He smoothly and calmly executes.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Paul George making his last shot. Stolen by Granger. George.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Look, guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Well, it's not often you find a player like Paul George who, as tall as he is, can play 2-guard. But when you do, you're going to see some really big numbers in rebounding from him. And that's what George does. He wants to average double-digit rebounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. First in free throw percentage. Second in scoring. And they're number 2 in rejections. This is a team that thrives on blocking shots and takes great pride in it.
And anytime you lead the league in free throw shooting, as you talked about, Clark, I mean, you can put a lot of pressure on the defense, and that's why this team has made a concerted effort to attack the rim and get to the line as often as possible.
And Clark, you mentioned the height of Paul George. 6'8" when he was drafted. He actually grew to 6'10" in his rookie season, Steve, so he's a young guy that's continuing to grow both on the floor and physically.
Yeah, he may be 7'2" by his fourth year. I'll tell you, though, he gives you power forward size and rebounding with guard skills. It's easy to see why the Pacers are so excited about it.
Does he remind you of anybody in particular?
A bit like Scottie Pippen, early in his career. Maybe not quite as strong as Scottie, but a similar skill set. That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
And the Pacers call time here. The Pacers making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. Here's George. He's got 6. Now Cleveland moving it up. And Irving throws it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Calderon kicks to Mahinmi. Outside, George feeds to Granger. Shoots from 12. Varejao comes up with the rebound. Varejão's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. He kicks to Irving. Off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Here's Granger. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, Danny Granger's been getting it done. 12 points and a total of 7 points for him from the line.
He's worked hard to get those numbers, Clark. And 7 free throws, that's important. It's easy points, and it allows your defense to get set up and keep the opponent out of transition.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Alonzo G. Now, here is Irving. He's got 14. He passes to Miles. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. He dishes it to Granger. Passes to Mahinmi. Indiana moving it around. Calderon kicks to George. Granger for the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Irving's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Now, here's Bennett, averaging 8 points a game. Jay. Good. He hits the 2 shot. Jay's got 4 points in the quarter.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
George gets a screen from Stoll. George dishes to Granger, and it's blocked by Ryan.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Irving passes to Ryan. Back to Irving. Pass to Varejao. Mahinmi on him. Second chance effort. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Dion Waiters checked in for Cleveland. Now here's Calderon. 5 points in the game. Mahinmi's shot is good. Mahinmi's got 7.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
The feed to Waiters. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, he's right there at about 71% from the line this season. Probably somewhere below where he'd like to be.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
Now, here's Stevenson. Gives him a lead pass. Mahinmi, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Well, Jan Mahinmi wasn't a big name when he became a free agent a few years back. But, you know, the Indiana Pacers saw enough in him that they were willing to offer up to a 4-year deal for Jan to be the backup center.
Here's Karasov. Here's Ryan.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Now, here's Stevenson. 17-point game. Another shot. Mahinmi's shot is good. Mahinmi's got 12.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And Waiters kicks to Karst. Here's Ryan. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Hill with it. Now defended by Ryan. Hill drives in. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Hill's got his first bucket of the night. Cleveland leading by 13. Ryan the pass to Bennett. Kicks it to Waiters. Bennett setting the pick for Waiters. Felix. The dish now to Waiters. Clock at 6. Shot is off.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
And the basket by Hill.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Then at the pass to Ryan. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the refs saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Well, you got to admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season, shooting better than 90% from the stripe.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Hibbert comes in for Chris Copeland. And it's Calderon in for Lance Stevenson. Calderon for 3. That's good. Calderon's got 8 points.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
And so it's Cleveland with it. 11-point game. Cleveland moving it around. Waiters off a pitch from Bennett. And Waiters kicks to Price. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. This is to Johnson. And the lead is down inside single digits. 6 points for him.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Paul George, he's checked in for Indiana. Ryan, who's guarded by Johnson. Ryan, the pass to Waiters. From deep. No good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Johnson draws the double. Calderon kicks to Hibbert. The pass to Johnson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by G.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possession, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
Now Calderon. He's got 8. Back to George. Puts it up from 17. Here's Mahinmi. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 1:41 left in the third. He feeds it to Waiters. Passes it to Ryan. He kicks it to Bennett. Waiters. Bennett setting the pick for Waiters. And again, it's Cleveland.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball. You know, the Cavs have been very mindful of remaining flexible in terms of the salary cap. And when you do this, you set yourself up to perhaps make a big splash in free agency at some point, and you know what's coming. They might have a chance to re-sign LeBron in 2014 with how their books look.
Now, here is George. He's got 6. Blocked. That's Durant. 13 feet away. Almost, but it rolls out. And that had been the rumor for a while. The Cavaliers looking to maybe mend some bridges and bring LeBron back into the mix when he hits free agency next year. Their books are certainly in order for it, Steve, and it might happen.
Hey, you never know. I mean, nobody expected LeBron to leave in the first place, so why not give yourself an opportunity? You are in his backyard in terms of LeBron's hometown, so I like what the Cavs have done. They've added young talent, but they've maintained flexibility just in case.
Now Calderon. After the missed 3 from Johnson. Pass to Hibbert. Back to Johnson. Makes the lead pass. Hibbert gets the bucket.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's G. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did. Right on cue. Man, was that major drama. He loves those situations, though.
Boy, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left, squared up, and let it fly.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top. They lead by...
Make sure to reserve your copy of the #1 rated NBA.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland. Inside, it's Bennett and Verja. Jay out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Waiters in at the 3 spot. The kick out to Irving. He passes it to Ryan. Here's Verja. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
It's been a big game for Verja. 11 rebounds. He's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
Yeah, those are always easy points. I mean, when you can get to the line and knock them down, sometimes that's the difference in the game, Clark.
Pacers trail by 14. Outside, George. Feeds it to Scola. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
The Cavaliers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Back to Verja. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And the Cavaliers lead by 14. Calderon dishes to Hibbert. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Here's Ryan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a chance now to check out the schedule for Indiana. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Well, you know the fans out in Toronto are really hoping for a win for their Raptors.
And so he makes both from the line. Pacers trail by 16. First minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. Granger from outside. That one goes. Count.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Here's Ryan. Bennett, headed by Scola. Tries it from 9. That's blocked. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Outside for George. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And Verja kicks to Waiters. Irving. Irving gets a screen from Bennett. A floater. Here's Ryan. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Now a look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. They host the 76ers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And stolen by Scola. Irving against Granger. Backs in. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And there's the pass to Ryan. There's the screen. Drills the three-pointer. James Johnson puts in points here in the second half.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Scola, a screen on Irving. Calderon passes to Scola. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. Jarrett Jack is checked in for Cleveland. The free throw drops for Scola.
He's made a name for himself in the league. 4s out there, guys. And Louis Scola can go up against somebody who's much taller than him and still find a way to pump fake his way to a hoop.
And Scola, Steve, at 6'9", not the biggest or most athletic player, certainly on the floor, but he does a good job on the glass. He seems to be a very solid player.
And he plays very physically, on defense. He's not afraid to get into you. Probably struggles to defend the more athletic players, but I think Scola is one of the smarter, savvier players we have in this league. A lot of players in this league are so clever with the ball, they can make defenders look foolish. That's what Kyrie Irving does. He's just a magician with the ball.
And the first one drops. And going back to Kyrie Irving, ambidextrous, they say, with the ball in his hand.
He really is. He can go both ways, and he plays with such great pace and energy offensively. Keeps the ball tight on the string, a true point guard, and I think his assist numbers will only climb as the offensive players around him continue to get better.
Steve was saying he was amphibious. I didn't understand that at all. Calderon kicks to Scola. Fades back. That one a little long. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Here's Irving. He dishes it to Jack. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one. The Pacers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Granger, defended by Ryan. Blocked. Now the feed to Irving. And it's sent back by George. Kicks to Granger. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Irving kicks to Jack. There's the lob to the hoop. Jay. Outside Irving. There's the dish to Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. Following the pass to Berger. And stolen by Hibbert. George against Jack. George dishes to Granger. Some solid defense from Ryan.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. Because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Irving kicks to Waiters. High arcing shot. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here's Calderon. Granger right side. Calderon with it. Shot clock at 6. Back to Granger. To end the drought. Jump shot is good. Granger's got 7 points here in this quarter. Now, here is Irving. That's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
Well, his body control is what I noticed. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with a defender draped all over him. he's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
Steve, the other thing is he's really an extremely skilled ball handler, too. He's got a little flash and dash to his game, that's for sure.
6 to shoot. Calderon passes to Hibbert. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists tonight. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Outside Irving. Passes it to Wright. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Varejao can't hit. The Pacers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Granger with the ball. Now defended by Ryan. Fires from deep. But they recover it. Dishes it to Granger. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Really poor decision on that pass.
Pacers trail by 12. Now Calderon. Back to Granger. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Stolen. This is to Calderon. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Varejao.
You know, turnovers really weren't part of the story here early on, but that's changed now. They're starting to have some trouble handling the ball.
And here's George for 3. Good.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Rejected by Varejao. Here's William, and that one is stuck right through.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And George, here we go. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Boy, that's embarrassing because he's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Here's Irving. With the teardrop, and the shot is good. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low bar.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
And here's Calderon on the wing. Granger jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Ryan. Jay's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And Jack kicks to Varejao. Irving gets a screen from Varejao. Irving passes to Jack. Jay defended by George. 4 on the shot clock. It's tipped and stolen by Granger. Hibbert with it. He feeds it to George. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Irving gets a screen from Varejao. Irving misses.
Boy, they needed that last rebound. They haven't done well on the boards overall, but that one was huge.
Still fighting for the win here. Scola sets a screen for Calderon. He kicks to Granger. Pass to Scola. Feeds it to Calderon. 5 on the clock. Outside, George. Releases. That one wide left. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Waiters dishes to Varejao. The pass to Ryan. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. they get it back. Raiders pass it around. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Clark gets a screen from Ryan. Irving loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the fourth. Irving against Calderon. Pass to Granger. Looking to end the drought. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. And that's 23 points for Danny Granger. The Cavaliers leading by 13. Ryan the pass to Clark. Lays out. Outside Irving. He passes to Waiters. Jay, shot clock at 5. And lots of contact here. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Jay. And despite the fact they've been beaten on the board, this one is still close.
Kevin, they're stealing. Boy, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. James checked in for Hibbert. Chris Copeland comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Hill in for Danny Granger. He hits both from the stripe. Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Watson kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Copeland. Back to Johnson. Copeland the pass to Johnson. Watson. There's the feed to Johnson. And the 3 off target. Ryan is guarded by Johnson. Ryan and Johnson sends it back. Now Watson. Outside Hill. Lets it go with the 3. Gets the bucket. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Moore, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, James.